Brothers and sisters, we have got to stop listening to the doctrine of our colonizers. The doctrine of the rapture. There is nowhere in the scriptures that I can find the word rapture. See, our colonizers always dream up of words to conjure up BS ideas. And a lot of us fall for it. You know, getting caught up in the clouds can't be good. I'm going to tell you why. There's only one other place that I can really think of where it speaks about being caught up in the clouds, or being caught up. A lot of you brothers and sisters, man, Esau gonna cause you to give up the ghost, man. You know, you are going to fall into some BS trap that the colonizers have conjured up to cause you to give up your ghost. Okay, look, and bear with me, because I know a lot of us, our attention span is kind of short. But bear with me and read Second Esdras, I believe it's chapter 12 or 13. Hang on a second, let me see. I believe it's chapter 13. Doggone people, man. Let me get my glasses. Now I see better. I believe it's chapter 13. Matter of fact, I'm not going to read it to you. You got to go back and you read chapter 13. 12 and 13. It's easy reading. Now, you say, Second Esdras. A lot of you Christians, man, Second Esdras was written by the prophet Ezra. That's in the Old Testament. It's the same prophet. Okay? Because I don't want to, I can hear some of y'all already. Oh, that's not script. That's not script. Listen. Your colonizer has taken out these books. It is scriptural. Now, let me look and see here. Where they're caught up and left behind. They're talking about being caught up and being left behind. You know, I'll just make it quick. You got to go back and read this, guys. You got to read it for yourself, okay? Because I'm just going to read a verse or two. That way you can see that being left behind ain't so bad. It's being taken up. Being taken up will cause you to lose your ghost, to give up your ghost. Excuse me. I would start, when you're reading, I'd read the whole chapter. But if you want to just make it short, start at, what is that? Chapter 6, verse 16, and go through 26, okay? But I'm only going to read one verse. But if I were you, I'd read the whole. It's good to read. It's a blessing to read. I'd read the whole chapter 13, Second Esdras, okay, so that you get context. Because you gotta read these things in context. But I wanted you to see what happens for those who are taken up and those who are left behind real quick. At least from a biblical standpoint. Because I don't believe in no rapture. The 22nd, 23rd, 24th will come and we'll still be here. And those of you who are gone, more than likely, Esau done did something to y'all. Okay? Now, let me go to 24, make this real quick. Understand, therefore, that those who are left are more blessed than those who have died. Now, let's see. Let's just, you know what? Let's jump back. Let's jump back to 16. Okay, let's jump back to 16, so you can get a good idea of what I'm talking about or what I saw. For as I consider in my mind, alas, for those will be left in those days, and still more, alas, those who are not left. Okay, so some are left and some are gone. For those who are not left will be sad. Because they understand what is reserved for the last days, but cannot attain it. But alas, for those who are left, and for that very reason, for they shall see great dangers and much distress, as the dream shows. So you got to read for more context. Yet it is better to come into these things, though incurring peril, than to pass from the world like a cloud, and not see what shall happen in the last days. He answered me and said, I will tell you the interpretation of the vision, and I will also explain to you the things which you have mentioned. As for what you said about those who are left, this is in the interpretation. He who brings the peril at that time will himself protect those who fall into peril, who have works and have faith in the Almighty. Understand, therefore, that those who are left are more blessed than those who have died. So it seemed like those who were taken in that cloud, they gave up the ghost. Go back and read this chapter and see what I'm talking about. So the idea these Christians are talking about being taken up in clouds can't be a good thing, brothers and sisters. I'm talking to you Christians, because I know the Israelites know better. You Christians, man, you've got to wake up. You so-called Christians have got to wake up. You keep listening to these non-melanated colonizers, and it's going to cost you your ghost. It really is. Read 2nd Esdras chapter 13, the whole, maybe chapter 12 and 13, and maybe even 14. I may come back and do a complete video on that, because I like to keep videos kind of short. All praises to the Most High.